Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a deep look at something that's more than just a buzzword, AI-powered sales growth.
Right.
We're going beyond the hype
Yeah.
to really understand how this technology can actually help businesses grow
Yeah.
and what it means for you specifically.
Absolutely.
So,
It's a really exciting time to be in sales because
yeah,
AI is offering tools that could reshape the entire landscape.
right.
We've got some fascinating research here
Yeah.
that points to a possible 30 to 50% boost in sales
Wow.
and a 20 to 40% reduction in costs.
Those numbers are definitely attention-grabbing. But what I'm curious about is how this impacts the way
Right.
sales and marketing actually work.
Sure.
One thing that keeps popping up is hyper-personalized customer experiences.
Okay.
Is that just a fancy way of saying better recommendations?
It's definitely more than just suggesting products.
Okay.
We're talking about AI-powered engines
Right.
that analyze huge amounts of data from your customer's purchase history and browsing habits,
No.
all the way to their social media activity.
Wow.
The goal is to predict preferences with a level of accuracy
Yeah.
that was unthinkable just a few years ago.
So instead of just guessing what a customer might like,
Yeah.
these systems are getting pretty good at knowing what they'll want before they even do.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And the research shows
Okay.
that it's more than just theory.
Right.
Personalized marketing campaigns driven by this kind of AI are seeing conversion rates
Oh, wow.
that are 70 to 80% higher than traditional methods.
Those results are hard to ignore.
Yeah.
But let's say we've got a customer who needs help right now.
Okay.
What role does AI play in customer service,
Right.
which is usually seen as needing that human touch?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it's where we see the emergence of AI chatbots.
Okay.
These aren't just basic bots giving canned responses.
Right.
They're designed to provide intelligent support 24/7,
Oh.
handling a wide range of issues and inquiries.
So no more waiting on hold forever just to get a simple question answered?
Exactly.
That's a win for everyone involved.
Absolutely.
So it goes beyond just reacting to questions.
Yes.
Think of AI analyzing customer data
Right.
to identify potential problems
Yeah.
before they even become complaints.
That's right.
This proactive approach,
Mm-hmm.
called predictive customer service,
Yeah.
can lead to smoother experiences
Yeah.
and happier,
Yeah.
more loyal customers.
Absolutely.
That's a level of service that could really set businesses apart.
Really could.
But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the sales process itself.
Okay.
Our sources mention AI optimizing this whole pipeline.
Sure.
What does that look like in practice?
Imagine being able to focus your sales team's energy
Okay.
on the leads that are most likely to convert
Yeah.
into actual paying customers.
Uh-huh.
That's where AI-driven lead scoring and qualification come in.
So no more wasting time chasing leads that are unlikely to pan out.
Right.
That sounds like a sales manager's dream.
Yeah.
But how does the AI actually decide which leads are the most promising?
It comes down to analyzing various data points.
Right.
AI can sift through thousands of potential leads
Wow.
using factors we might not even consider
Ew.
to pinpoint the ones with the highest probability of closing.
Okay.
It's like having a superpowered assistant pre-qualifying every lead that comes in.
This is starting to sound like we're stepping into a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
But all of this sounds great in theory.
Uh-huh.
How does AI actually translate into generating revenue for a business?
One key area is content and product development.
Okay.
Think about AI analyzing market trends and customer data,
Yeah.
not just to understand what's popular,
Right.
but to actually generate marketing content that's tailored to specific customer segments.
So instead of generic ads or content, we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about messaging that speaks directly to each customer's needs and interests.
Exactly.
That feels like a much smarter approach.
It is.
And the research backs this up.
Yeah.
Personalized content created with AI is proving to be much more engaging and effective,
Right.
leading to higher conversion rates
Mhm.
and ultimately
Yeah.
more revenue.
More revenue.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing this kind of AI-driven analysis could also be applied to developing new products or improving existing ones.
Absolutely.
Wow.
AI can analyze market data to identify gaps where there's a need for a new product or feature.
Oh,
It can even help with rapid prototyping and market testing,
cool.
making the whole development process faster and more data-driven.
It really does feel like having a crystal ball for business.
It does.
Speaking of anticipating the future,
Yeah.
what about using AI for competitive intelligence?
That's another area
Yeah.
where AI is becoming indispensable.
Okay.
We're talking about real-time tracking of what your competitors are doing,
Right.
from their pricing strategies and marketing campaigns to their new product launches.
Wow.
AI can analyze vast amounts of data to give businesses a crucial edge.
That kind of insight could be game-changing.
It can be.
Knowing what your competitors are up to
Yeah.
and even predicting their next move
Right.
would be a huge advantage.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about reacting to what competitors are doing.
Right.
AI can also identify emerging trends in the market, helping businesses adapt and stay ahead of the curve.
That's right.
It's like having a finger on the pulse of the entire industry.
It is.
So far, we've seen how AI can change the game for sales and marketing,
Yeah.
customer service, and
Yeah.
even product development.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the impact on a business's bottom line?
Okay.
How can AI help companies save money and operate more efficiently?
That's where we start looking at what we call operational efficiency boosters.
Okay.
One of the most significant ways AI can cut costs is through automation,
Right.
particularly for administrative tasks.
So taking care of those tedious, repetitive tasks
Exactly.
that eat up so much time and resources.
Those are the ones.
Yeah.
AI can handle things like data entry,
Okay.
scheduling,
Right.
report generation,
Uh-huh.
and a host of other tasks that would
Mm.
typically require human effort.
So it's like having a tireless digital assistant that never takes a break.
That's right.
I can see how that would be a major advantage.
It is.
But what about other operational costs?
Right.
Like those associated with maintaining equipment or preventing downtime?
That's where AI-powered predictive maintenance comes in.
Okay.
Imagine algorithms analyzing data from equipment sensors
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
predict potential failures before they even happen.
So instead of waiting for something to break down, you can fix it before it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly efficient,
It is.
and it can lead to substantial cost savings.
Absolutely.
By preventing costly downtime and repairs,
Uh-huh.
businesses can optimize their operations and improve their bottom line.
Right.
AI seems to be more than just a sales tool.
It is.
It's an operational powerhouse.
Yeah.
So we've seen the big picture, but let's dive deeper into some specific strategies for using AI to enhance sales.
Yeah.
Our sources outline 7 key areas.
Right.
Are you ready to unpack those?
Absolutely. Let's explore how these specific strategies can take sales to a whole new level.
All right, let's jump into these 7 AI-powered sales strategies.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Let's start with intelligent lead generation.
Okay,
One of the areas where AI really shines.
right.
It's more than just finding more leads.
Uh-huh.
It's about finding the right leads,
Okay.
those with the highest potential to become customers.
So instead of casting a wide net, we're using AI to target our efforts much more precisely.
Exactly.
Okay.
AI can analyze massive amounts of data
Right.
to pinpoint the leads that fit your ideal customer profile.
Yeah.
It considers factors like demographics, buying behavior, even online engagement to predict the likelihood of conversion.
Wow.
Think of it as a virtual matchmaker,
Okay.
pairing your business with its perfect customers.
That sounds amazing, but wouldn't that level of analysis require a huge amount of data?
It does.
How do businesses even get that kind of information about potential leads?
It's a combination of sources,
Right.
and AI is actually helping there too.
Okay.
Businesses are using AI to collect and analyze data from their CRM systems,
Right.
website traffic,
Uh-huh.
social media interactions,
Oh, wow.
and even publicly available information.
So they're really pulling from everywhere.
They are.
Wow.
The AI then sifts through all of this
Okay.
to create those highly accurate lead profiles.
So it's not just about the data itself, it's about using AI to actually make sense of it all
Right.
and turn it into actionable insights.
Precisely.
Okay.
And that brings us to the next strategy,
Yeah.
the personalized sales approach.
Okay.
Once you've identified your ideal leads,
Right.
you need to tailor your communication to resonate with them individually.
So moving away from those generic sales pitches and mass emails that end up in the spam folder.
Exactly. AI helps to personalize every touch point in the sales process.
Right.
It can suggest customized product recommendations based on a lead's preferences,
Mm-hmm.
craft email messages that use language they're most likely to respond to,
Mm.
and even determine the best time of day to reach out for maximum impact.
That's a level of personalization I never would have imagined.
It was pretty incredible.
It almost feels like having a personal shopper for every single lead.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
AI is enabling a level of individual attention that was simply not possible before.
Mm,
It can even analyze past interactions
okay.
to understand a lead's preferred communication style,
Oh,
whether it's phone calls, emails, or even social media messages.
that's incredible. But let's say you're on a sales call with a potential customer.
Okay.
Can AI play a role even in those real-time interactions?
Absolutely.
Wow.
That brings us to conversation intelligence,
Okay.
one of the most exciting areas of AI in sales.
Right.
Imagine AI listening to your sales calls,
Okay.
not in a creepy way,
Yeah.
but to analyze the conversation and provide real-time feedback and coaching to your sales team.
Wait, AI can actually understand what's being said in a sales call
It can.
and give advice on how to improve?
Yes,
That's crazy.
AI-powered tools can identify successful conversational patterns,
Right.
like specific phrases or questions that tend to lead to closed deals.
Nope.
They can also spot areas where the salesperson might be losing the customer's interest.
So it can pick up on those subtle cues.
It can.
Wow.
That's right.
That sounds like having a sales coach right there in the room with you,
Uh-huh.
providing instant feedback and guidance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is that the AI is constantly learning,
Right.
so it becomes more accurate and insightful over time.
Okay.
It can even analyze your top performers' calls
Oh, wow.
to identify their winning strategies
Right.
and then share those insights with the entire team.
That's amazing.
It is.
It feels like we're talking about taking sales training to a whole new level.
We are.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Good.
What about pricing?
Okay.
Can AI help businesses figure out how to price their products effectively?
That's where dynamic pricing strategies come into play.
Okay.
AI is helping businesses move away from static pricing models
Right.
and adopt more flexible approaches
Okay.
that respond to real-time market conditions.
So instead of setting one price and sticking with it, businesses can now adjust prices on the fly.
That's right.
How does that work in practice?
AI algorithms analyze a huge range of factors,
Okay.
from competitor pricing and inventory levels
Yeah.
to customer demand and even the time of day or season.
Wow.
It then recommends the optimal price for each product at any given moment
Okay.
to maximize revenue and profit.
That's really interesting. It is.
It sounds like AI is taking the guesswork out of pricing and making it much more data-driven.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But what about the human element?
Sure.
Don't we still need salespeople to negotiate and close deals? Of course, human interaction is still crucial in sales.
Okay.
But AI can help salespeople become much more effective negotiators.
Right.
It can analyze past deals to identify successful negotiation strategies,
Yeah.
predict the customer's willingness to pay,
Uh,
and even recommend specific tactics to use in real time.
so AI isn't replacing salespeople, it's giving them superpowers.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next on our list of AI-powered strategies?
Let's talk about predictive customer behavior.
All right.
This is all about using AI to anticipate what your customers are going to do next.
Okay.
Imagine being able to predict which customers are at risk of churning,
Right.
who's most likely to make a repeat purchase,
Yeah.
and even who might be interested in a new product you're launching.
That sounds incredibly valuable.
It is.
But how is that even possible?
Well,
How can AI predict the future actions of a customer?
it all comes down to analyzing patterns in past behavior.
Right.
AI can look at a customer's purchase history, browsing activity, interactions with your website or app, and even their engagement with your marketing campaigns.
So you're looking at the whole picture.
The whole picture.
Yeah.
By recognizing trends and correlations, AI can make remarkably accurate predictions about future behavior.
So it's like having a crystal ball that shows you what your customers are going to do next.
It's not quite magic,
Yeah.
but it can feel that way.
Yeah.
This kind of predictive power allows businesses to be much more proactive.
Okay.
They can reach out to at-risk customers with targeted offers to prevent churn,
Right.
offer personalized recommendations to encourage repeat purchases,
Uh-huh.
and even tailor their marketing campaigns to appeal to specific customer segments.
That level of foresight could completely change the game for businesses.
It can.
It allows them to anticipate challenges and seize opportunities before they even arise.
Absolutely.
So you're kind of one step ahead.
One step ahead.
Yeah.
And it brings us to our next strategy,
Okay.
automated sales processes. This is all about using AI to handle many of the repetitive, time-consuming tasks that bog down sales teams.
Automation is a word we hear a lot these days.
Who do?
What kinds of tasks are we talking about automating in the sales process?
Think of things like scheduling meetings,
Right.
sending follow-up emails,
Okay.
qualifying leads,
Yeah.
inputting data into your CRM,
Uh-huh.
generating sales reports.
Okay.
These are all tasks that can be handled efficiently by AI,
Right.
freeing up your salespeople to focus on higher value activities.
So instead of spending hours doing administrative work, salespeople can dedicate more time to building relationships, understanding customer needs, and closing deals.
Precisely.
Yep.
It's about using AI to make the sales process smoother, more efficient, and ultimately more effective.
Yeah.
And it allows sales teams to scale their efforts without necessarily adding more staff.
That's a huge advantage, especially for growing businesses.
It is.
Okay, let's wrap up our exploration of these strategies with the last one on our list.
Right.
Real-time sales coaching. Can you explain how this works?
This is all about using AI to provide instant feedback and guidance to salespeople.
Okay.
During live interactions with customers,
Right.
imagine having an AI tool that analyzes a sales call in real time,
Yeah.
identifying areas where the salesperson is doing well
Uh-huh.
and areas where they could improve.
That sounds like having a personal sales coach whispering in your ear throughout the entire call.
It's very similar to that.
Wow.
The AI can identify effective language patterns, suggest specific questions to ask,
Right.
and even provide prompts to help the salesperson overcome objections.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is.
It can also analyze the customer's tone of voice and sentiment to provide insights into their level of engagement.
That's right.
That's so cool.
It is pretty amazing.
This level of real-time support could be game-changing, especially for newer salespeople who are still developing their skills.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can also help experienced salespeople stay on top of their game
Right.
and consistently improve their performance.
Yeah.
And it's not just about providing feedback.
Okay.
AI can also recommend personalized training resources
Oh, cool.
to help salespeople address specific areas where they need to develop their skills.
It sounds like AI is really transforming the way we approach sales training and coaching,
It is.
making it much more personalized, data-driven, and effective.
That's the goal.
But all of this sounds amazing in theory.
Yeah.
How do businesses actually implement these strategies in the real world?
Right.
Where do they even begin?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The good news is that there are practical steps businesses can take to start incorporating AI into their sales processes.
Okay.
It's not as daunting as it might seem.
So for businesses that are ready to dive into the world of AI-powered sales, what are the first steps?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Yeah, it can feel overwhelming to know where to begin.
It can.
Yeah.
But the first step is actually pretty straightforward.
Oh, yeah.
Invest in the right AI sales tools.
Right.
There's so many options out there.
I know.
From CRM platforms with built-in AI features
Yeah.
to specialized tools for things like lead generation or conversation intelligence.
I imagine choosing the right tools can be tricky.
It can.
It can.
Where do you even start?
It's crucial to assess your specific needs and goals.
Okay.
What are your biggest pain points in the sales process?
Right.
What areas do you want to improve?
No.
Once you have a clear understanding of your needs,
Okay.
you can start researching different AI tools
Right.
and see which ones align best with your goals and budget.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like buying any other tool.
It is.
You need to make sure it's the right fit for the job.
Right.
But once you have the tools, how do you actually get your team on board and using them effectively?
That brings us to the next step,
Okay.
which is often overlooked.
Oh.
Training.
Okay.
You can have the most sophisticated AI tools in the world,
Right.
but they're useless if your team doesn't know how to use them properly.
So it's not just about plugging in the AI and expecting it to work magic.
Right. You need to invest in training your team
Yet
to make the most of these new technologies.
Absolutely.
And training isn't a one-time thing.
No, it's not.
It's an ongoing process.
Right.
As AI technology evolves and new features are added,
Uh-huh.
your team needs to stay up to date to get the most value from these tools.
That's right.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
What else is crucial for successfully implementing AI in sales?
Data.
Okay.
High-quality data is the lifeblood of any AI system.
Right?
If you're feeding your AI tools inaccurate or incomplete data, you're going to get flawed results.
So garbage in, garbage out, right?
It is garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
You need to make sure your data is clean, organized, and relevant to get the most out of AI.
Precisely.
And that might require some work on the front end.
Okay.
You might need to clean up your existing databases, implement better data collection processes, or even invest in tools that help you manage and analyze your data more effectively.
Data is clearly essential.
It is.
What else should businesses keep in mind as they're implementing AI in their sales processes?
One of the most important things to remember
Oh,
is that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human interaction.
okay.
While AI can automate many tasks
Right.
and provide valuable insights, it can't replicate the human connection that is so essential in sales.
So it's about finding the right balance between AI and human interaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your sales team still needs to be involved in building relationships, understanding customer needs, and closing deals.
Right.
AI can augment their skills and make them more efficient, but it can't replace the human touch entirely.
That's reassuring to hear.
Yeah,
It seems like there's a lot of fear around AI replacing jobs.
there is.
But it sounds like in sales, it's more about collaboration than replacement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about using AI to empower your sales team, not to eliminate them.
Right.
And finally, remember that implementing AI is not a set-it-and-forget-it process. You need to continuously monitor your AI tools, analyze the results, and make adjustments as needed.
So it's all about iteration and optimization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
AI is a constantly evolving field.
Right.
New algorithms are being developed all the time.
Yeah.
And the data landscape is constantly changing.
Uh-huh.
To get the most out of your AI investments,
Right.
you need to be willing to adapt, experiment, and continuously refine your approach.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all about staying ahead of the curve and making sure your AI tools are working as effectively as possible.
That's right.
Now, for businesses that are considering making this investment in AI, what kind of return can they expect?
Well,
What kind of impact can this have on their bottom line?
our sources suggest that the potential ROI for AI in sales is significant.
Oh,
We're talking about a potential increase in sales conversion rates of 25 to 40%,
wow.
a reduction in sales cycles of 20 to 30%,
Okay.
a decrease in customer acquisition costs of 15 to 25%,
All right.
and overall revenue growth of 30 to 50%.
Those are impressive numbers.
They are.
But I imagine those are just potential outcomes.
Right.
The actual results will vary depending on the specific implementation in the industry.
Well, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Those figures are based on research and case studies,
Right.
but the actual results will depend on many factors,
Yeah.
including the quality of your data, the effectiveness of your AI tools,
Right.
and the skill of your sales team.
Okay.
But the potential is certainly there for businesses that are willing to embrace AI and use it strategically.
So it's not a guaranteed path to riches, but it's a powerful tool that can help businesses achieve significant growth if used correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember that AI is not a magic bullet.
Right.
It's a tool that needs to be used thoughtfully and strategically.
Mm-hmm.
But for businesses that are willing to put in the effort, the rewards can be substantial.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the broad potential of AI in sales to specific strategies and implementation tips. What's the key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
I think the most important message is that AI is no longer a futuristic concept.
Right.
It's a reality that's